Lucky, lucky, lucky me.
Welcome back, everyone, to Wellness Global and the I Am the Brand Business Accelerator interview series. Today, I'm here with my friend, Siera Sambrosky. Hey, Siera.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing fabulous, and I'm so excited to collaborate with you again for this project. Thank you for being a part of it.
Yes, thank you. I'm super excited about this. I think it's going to
Yeah,
be so great. There's so many amazing people participating, and I think anyone that's really looking to up level their business, this is going to be great resource for them.
100%. 39 business experts and personal development experts covering all aspects of holistic being, from
Mm-hmm.
nuts and bolts of business to intuitive and spiritual to physical
Yeah,
health and mindset. It's the whole gamut. And
yeah.
I think these 90 days are really going to help people for the year, but for their whole business, model moving forward. So
Hmm.
yeah, thank you for being a part of it. We're excited to have you.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about you, yourself, Sierra, who's Sierra, and you can talk about, your business journey if you want to. Let us know a little bit more about you.
Yeah, sure. So it's kind of interesting. You were just talking about the holistic, the collective of topics and ranges, and I was actually thinking to myself, boy, I could sort of cover a bunch of those. So for me personally, I've been a traditional business consultant for 20 years, working with all different types of businesses, sizes, stages, primarily in operations, business development, marketing. Um, for, like I said, all over the globe. And as part of my personal journey, I also had gone back to school for holistic health and counseling, and even more specifically, got a certain certification in grief facilitation as well, because I had learned and understood, not just through my own personal growth work, but also as I was working with other people, that whatever is happening in us is going to show up in all of these other areas of our life, in our health, in our relationships, and in our business. Um, and so, that holistic understanding has really helped me to be able to completely work with not only the business and what needs tweaked there, but also our business owner. And then I always say my secret sauce is that I am an intuitive medium. So part of what has been my journey, again, personally and in my spiritual development, also translated into my work with business owners and in their businesses, in which spirit has been able to work with me to give me specific information and action steps and things and strategies that the person can do for themselves as well as for their business. So does that cover it?
It gives us a good snapshot of who you are,
Yeah,
what you've done,
yeah.
your experiences and expertise, and it leads perfectly into, exactly what you're going to be bringing into the Business Accelerator, or some of those components that you just talked about. You're going to be sharing little bits of advice in a few
Yeah,
specific areas. So do you want to share a little sneak peek preview with us about what
sure,
you're going to be delving into in the I Am the Brand Business Accelerator?
sure, absolutely. So one of the first things that I am going to be sharing is understanding grief and how grief comes from all these different places in our lives, in our beliefs, in letting go of family expectations, divorce, all these other things, and why it's so important to understand that it's present and how to actually process it and move through it so we're not repressing it or suppressing it, because it has such a deep impact in our business and shows up in this really more profound way than people realize in our businesses. So understanding that. One of the other things that I'm going to be bringing in also is how to specifically work with spirit as your business partner, and how to understand that your business, like anything else in your life, has its own energy and its own soul. And so, how do we tap into that? How do we work with spirit to be our best business partner? Because they're the smartest. um, and then the last piece that I really am excited to share is also understanding how when we move to a different place in our personal and spiritual growth and development, that all of the very traditional masculine energy ways of doing business no longer serve us and support us, and how we can work to really integrate and understand which parts are masculine, which parts are feminine, and how to really move and integrate more into that feminine energy so that we have a balance. We don't want to leave behind all the masculine ways either, but to bring balance to our business.
I love it. I love that. Making
Yeah.
sure that we understand the balance. And we were talking pre-interview about that for me myself, and how that has been something very intentional that I've worked through on this particular project. And
Yeah.
so like, in the past, I always bring, and my friends will tell you, I always bring a lot of masculine strategy and energy, probably because of my education,
Yeah.
school administration and business administration and all that kind of very task and strategy oriented
Yeah.
stuff. And so this time I was like, you know what, very intentionally every single day I'm going to seek that balance. And it takes intention and
Yeah.
focus.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's, I mean, you, like I said, again, you and I've had other conversations, so this is a big part of my journey. Like, not only do I know and recognize that culturally as women, we try to gain our sense of power and confidence professionally by adapting and adopting all of these masculine energy traits, because that's how we were able to kind of compete. Um, and then for me personally, I have been in male dominated industries and worked in construction, real estate development. I was in the fitness industry for a long time, about 15 to 20 years ago. And so that was extremely male dominated at the time, med tech, working with engineers, all these things. And so it was a huge shift to me also when I went through that process of personal and spiritual development and growth and healing. And then all of a sudden, those aspects weren't working anymore. And I was like, what the hell do I do now? How do I get results? How do I make things happen? Because I was always my sort of tagline. Everybody was like, you're the make it happen girl. And I was like, I got this. And then it wasn't. And then it wasn't happening. So it's
Yeah.
important.
Right. Yeah. And even when it does work and it's imbalanced, it's absolutely draining and exhausting.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I agree 100%.
Yeah. And I just don't want to do that anymore.
No, who does? Don't, this is something else that I find myself saying is that many of us, if not all of us, have gone in and created our own business because the professional corporate setting did not work for us. And because we wanted to have more freedom and more freedom primarily, more of a sense of being in our power and in control and feeling fulfilled. And then we do all these things in our business that are very against all that, and we get ourselves all stressed out and exhausted and overworking, and it's like, this is not what you created your business for. So how do we learn to move so that our business can actually not be all that hustle and grind, but actually be more from that place of flow and freedom and fulfillment that we really want for ourselves?
Yes, yes. Yeah, you're so right. The time freedom, the financial freedom, the flexibility, all of those things are what we want. And what's one thing I do try to remind myself, and every evening around 6 or so, I'm like, that's kind of when I'm done thinking about business and tasks for the
Mhm.
day. And
Yeah.
I'm like, it's, I guess it's where the thought of it feels more stressful versus like during the day when I'm in flow. And
Hmm.
I kind of revert to that masculine, like, oh, did I get all the tasks done or whatever? And I have to say, you know what? I need do nothing. Like everything is
That's it.
wonderful. Like I have everything I want. I have my family, I have my flexibility, I have financial flow, I have all of the things that I want. And doesn't that feel good? Like that reminder that trust the flow. The
Yeah.
flow works.
Yeah, it really does. It really does. But a whole lot of retraining and reprogramming. And then, like you said, you have to be really intentional until that becomes our new operating system.
Yeah, and it takes time.
It
And so,
does.
yeah, I'm so glad you're here and you're going to be part of this. You're going to be reminding us and training us and telling us more about how other ways that you help folks outside of this accelerator too, because we need that accountability. We need those reminders. We need the people around us in the community, which is one of the reasons I'm really excited because just the 39 experts alone that we have here in community, really phenomenal as far as like collaborations for the future and a community that gets it. And that's just going to get better and better when the members are coming in April 1st. So yeah, we're excited to have you, Sierra.
Well, thank you. Like you said, I'm so excited to be a part of this, and I agree. I think the fact that there's 39 different amazing women participating, all bringing their pieces of the pie in and their different perspectives and talents and skills is just a really beautiful testament to the community that you're building through Wellness Global, honestly.
Yeah, thank you. It is
Yeah.
the like passion of my heart. It is what I love doing. So
Mhm.
yeah, it's going to be great. And we are so excited that you guys are going to be joining us. If you have not signed up yet, make sure you go ahead and do that today. Don't forget, don't put it on the to-do list. Just go ahead and do it and be ready to join us on April 1st. So you can use Sierra's last name, Sambrosky,
Yeah, I
um,
know.
as a promo code. I always have to sound it out. I have to like look at it and I see Sam, bro, sky.
That's
But then
right.
when I go to say it, I have to actually like think because I don't want to say Sam, bro, sky.
Yeah, I know. But that's what I always tell everybody too, and that's how I tell them to spell it. So
Right. I was a kindergarten teacher for a while, so it's still in there, right?
yeah, yeah.
But you can use her promo code and you can join us for $88 off. So you'll see the advertised package is $199, but when you use her last name, you can get it for just $111 for the entire 90 days. So go ahead and do that now before you forget, and you be ready to join us. I'll be sending you all the information about it to your email, and be ready to join us on April 1st. And we're just going to have a lot of fun. So thanks for being here. Thanks for listening. And thank you, Sierra.
Yeah, thank you again for having me be a part of this and talking to me for a few minutes today.
Anytime, anytime. And we'll see you all soon. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Lucky, lucky, lucky me. Oh.